Sound like it echoes in here. Good morning, everybody. Yay. I'm checking. Whoa, nice. I'm checking through my client's information. Good morning. And nice. I like that. Checking through my client's information. Good morning. Green smoothie. Yes. Okay, cool. Good morning from Ohio. So, good morning from Toronto. Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Marcy. Today's live video, my poll isn't here. I'm going to show you guys what's kind of going on in my home since there are some adjustments being made. Okay, Shay, I see you. Since some adjustments are being made in my home, I wanted to show you guys my home gym. I've always had a home gym. It's usually been in the basement of my home where my clothing is, like my bedroom. Good morning from New York. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I actually stay in the suburbs of Detroit, like Madison Heights area. But yeah, I usually would have my gym and do my home workouts in my walk-in closet or my room closet. I'm a minimalist dresser, style dresser. For those of you who don't know, I have a beauty channel. So I have a beauty closet per se, walk-in beauty closet with my clothes and makeup and everything is in there. But I would exercise in that room. Good morning. So since everything is kind of changing in my life, I've already started vlogging to show you guys like how I'm trying to stay healthy, fit, emotionally, spiritually, and everything in a vlog style. So it's a change in my life. So showing you that you can still be healthy and still do these things, even if, you know, sudden turmoil or a change in your life happens. So yes, I'm going to show you what is going on in this room, because this used to be baby girl's room. This used to be Leilani's room, my stepdaughter's room. But now it's my new home gym, which will allow me to do more home videos for those of you who are not quite comfortable with the gym. I'm still going to be doing gym videos anyway, because I'm bringing back my vlog videos because people have been asking for them. So you'll see me in the gym quite often. I'm going to try my best, but doing home videos, it's just been easier for me to do them here at home and work out, because I'm dealing with clients, I'm dealing with work, school is about to start. So as you guys know, I'm a college teacher in graphic design, web design, just everything Adobe products, if you are familiar with that. So I teach that. Yes, so I'm going through some changes, those of you who know. So I figure if I vlog it, it lets you guys know that you can still do these things and get through it. So and then after showing you guys what's going on in this room, because I have to repaint it, I want to clean the carpet and everything and make it a little bit more, I guess, home gymmy way, like yoga style, stretch, mobility style. I like serenity, but because I love to dance and I'm more of an aerialist, so that's like silks, aerial pole, which you see I have my titanium gold is brass pole at home, and silks, lyra hoop, like aerial things. Those are the things that I do. I don't share them as often with you guys on YouTube for personal reasons, so I don't want to stumble people, but you guys do know that's what's a part of me. But bodybuilding, so I have to say good morning. Oh, you're saying good morning to Camille. But I weighed myself this morning. So first, I had espresso this morning. I have I think it's the Starbucks espresso that you can get from the grocery store. I had like 3 scoops of that, so I might seem like, hi from Dubai. I might seem like I'm gonna get really jittery after a while, but I like coffee, and I only use like a sugar in the raw sweetener. It's a cane sugar, and I only use like a tablespoon of that, and that's what I've had. I haven't eaten yet. Oh, we'll talk about the lotion on my stomach. Yes, I gotta bring back the waist training videos. I haven't done waist training since competition, and my competition was in June. Yeah, it was in June, so I haven't done any more waist training since then. And what I was about to say is, after I had my coffee, bathroom break, my metabolism is speeding up a lot faster than I expected. I weighed myself after I was completely empty of bowel movement and pee, and I weigh 145 pounds. Not trying to lose weight, but that's what's happening. Stresses of life. I'm more active so in dancing than I am at the gym. Haven't really been consistent at the gym for probably about a month and a half now. I would go with either my clients, or when I have the time, maybe once, maybe twice in the week. But I haven't really been in the gym very seriously or consistently like I have been as far as teaching my exercise classes. And one of the exercise classes that I do teach is pole conditioning. So I'm doing a lot of conditioning moves, which I'm going to show you and explain to you the best ones today and demonstrate them. So that's what's going to be happening in this video. So I'll show you guys what's going on in this room, what I have for my home gym. Then I'll demonstrate what those exercises are that are the best. They're great to do them in what we call HIIT style, high intensity interval training. So it's intervals or short periods of time where you're doing intense movement, and a short period of time or a longer period of time of rest movements, or just rest and not doing anything, so you can catch your breath so that you can get right back into, that high intensity period of time. It can range anywhere between 10 seconds to 60 seconds. And your rest time can range between 10 seconds to 60 seconds. So it's a ratio. There's a 2-to-1 ratio, there's a 3-to-1 ratio, it all depends. So I'm going to be doing more training programs in that sense and demonstrating them to you, making sure the pictures are there for you, and then posting them onto the members site, and then posting them also to my website for those of you who are not clients and want to, good morning, and want to go along with the workouts and helping you progress into that. Because once you start, you need about 2 weeks to kind of get used to the movement, getting the correct form and working the muscles, and then start to progress and hiring up your weight. But I don't have very heavy weights. Thank you. I'm glad you guys love my meal preparation. I can't even say it right. How I prepare my meals. That'll be in the vlog videos as well. I think the next vlog video I'll have up is Friday. So I think the next vlog video will be Friday. So be ready to have some tissue, because you might cry when I show you this video. Depends on how I edit it. So my goal for you guys and for this channel is to at least post 3 times a week. My Mondays and Fridays are videos, and more than likely they're going to be vlog or instructional videos, and Wednesday keeping them live videos for you guys to interact with me. So Wednesdays just seems like 10 is just gonna have to work for now. I still haven't figured out what's a good evening for those of you who would like to participate in certain things, but you can't because you're at work. So, hi Trina. So that once I figure out what's a good evening time, we'll go from there. It's usually easier for me to do evenings on my Instagram. It's just happened. I get a lot of viewers on my Instagram when I go live, and I think it probably has a lot to do with because I'm on this thing right here. So I'm gonna move so as you can see, I'm gonna move slow because I don't want you guys to be all, what do I want to say? Oh, yes, okay, so see, I have a mirror. Can you see back there? I have a mirror in here. I have a chair in here. You see I have my camera in here because I was recording some things at the time. I do have my pole. I dance more than anything. This is my form of cardio. I also do booty yoga. I do yoga as well. I just like the movements and the flexibility and the quietness, but I don't get into all the other stuff that yoga has to offer. So it's in the back room. That's the backyard. And this mirror here, as I get closer, and my big back. And you open this up. This is my home gym. This is everything that I have in here. So you see in this pink box is nothing but workout stuff, just stuff. So that's what's in this closet. For this particular workout, the only thing we're going to be using is dumbbells. That's it. But you see I have jump rope, pole silks. These are aerial silks. So I do those as well, but I can't really hang them up in this room just yet. Mats, dumbbells. The highest dumbbells I have are 8s, and I only have 110. I actually prefer to lift heavier. For me, 25 at home, but when I'm at the gym, I'm usually around 25, 30, maybe 35 pounds. So I lift pretty heavy, especially if I'm going to be doing single arm or upper body. But at home, you don't have to lift heavy when you're doing high intensity interval training. It's just best to be more concerned about your form and your intensity. And that's what helps you to lose that excess weight. So, something to think about. But this is all of the stuff. I even have these for sliding around. Okay, so I'm not talking about fat burners or waist training or anything like that in this particular video, or to update you on that. I just mentioned that I'm not even doing that right now. I haven't done that since competition. So for those of you who are interested in that, it does work. I can't say it doesn't work because I've done it for a long time and it does work. However, diet. If you won't diet, sorry, there's no way around it. There's no magic pill. There's no magic anything. My diet was intact for those things to work. So if you are not confident with your diet, I'm going to be so honest with you. You should not even be thinking about waist training or fat burners. Don't even worry about it. That diet is the key. I've gotten down from 157 on my competition weight. I think I was 155 on my competition weight to 145 pounds now. And that's just based off just, did you get yours? That's why I got down to 145 is because of my diet. You have to get healthy first. All of this extra stuff that you guys saw me do, they do work. It does work, but it only works with diet. So sorry if that wasn't the answer you were looking for, but diet, just get it together. More fruits and vegetables, lean meats if you're not vegan or vegetarian. Just lately, I have not been eating as much meat, and I'm surprised that I'm still keeping a lot of my lean muscle mass. I haven't done much of any supplements other than multivitamins, fish oil, and biotin, turmeric for to keep inflammation down in the body. That's pretty much it. And protein powder. That's it. Hi. So this is for like you sliding all along the floor with for core. That'll be another video. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna take my 8 pounds out because that's the heaviest I kind of got for right now. And I'm gonna show you guys some exercises. Another really good thing that works is this for push-ups and pull-ups. That'll be another video. And I have awesome things like ankle weights. I have bigger ones. I have like 10-pound ones that are in here as well, which helps for glutes. So building yourself a home gym if you don't have a membership is a good idea. I got the sliders. They're the Series 8 Fitness, which is normally here in Michigan. I'm in Michigan. I don't know how many people have a store called Five Below, but I got these from Five Below. This is the brand that they are. And not to mention, I believe this same brand is also in Target. Okay, and I do have a standing punching bag too, but that's in the basement and I don't use it as much. I don't use it at all, let's just be honest. I use the punching bags at the gym. Yeah, but I got these sliders from Five Below, and I believe this exact same brand. Last time showing you guys, I believe this exact same brand is at Target as well. Most of this stuff I found at Target, and some of it like I got from Five Below. So you don't have to spend more than $5 per item. That's a good thing. I believe this was like somewhere around 20 bucks for this. So and we all know Amazon.com. You can find any and everything on Amazon. So if you don't mind, you know, the wait, well, some of you probably have Amazon Prime like I do, so you get it within a day or two. So Amazon, you can find a lot of this stuff. So building you a home gym is an awesome idea for when you don't have time to make it to the gym, but you still got to get a workout in. So that's very important. Sit-ups and crunches, what do you recommend for support? I think it's more so you have to pay attention to your form. Sit-ups and crunches is not something I want to show in this video just yet, because I really want to show some stuff that is more fat burning than anything, and that goes well with your diet. Crunches and sit-ups are a waste of time if you still have excess fat in your waistline. It is a waste of time. Do they work and do they help slim down your waist? Yes, they do. But let's be honest, if your diet is not slimming your waistline down, you need to check your diet first before you do crunches and sit-ups all day. What you're doing to your body when you do those exercises and you're not lean enough, when I mean lean enough, like at my space, I gotta be honest with you. Look at this. I still have some shakes, but my abs are coming in there. You know, I'm human. I'm not perfect, but I do love the way my body looks. But you have to have, you know, you can't have a lot of, your abs are not gonna show. It's not gonna make any sense doing those exercises. If you're doing them because you think they're gonna strengthen your core, they're not. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we'll step into that. I know you guys are asking a bunch of questions, but we'll get there. So, do not do crunches or sit-ups unless you do not have a lot of fat in your waistline. I did not do not one crunch or one sit-up when I was 220 pounds. I didn't start doing a lot of that until recently with my competition was when I started doing ab exercises. A lot of the exercises that you're gonna see in this video helps strengthen your core because you have to pay attention to form. So crunches and all that stuff, yes, they can strengthen your core, but their major purpose really is to build that muscle in your core, in your stomach. It's to build that six-pack. But if you're not lean enough, you won't see it. And the leanest you'll get to be able to see it is pretty much for women, about 12% body fat. That's extremely low. That's a very low body fat percentage, and that's competition. So we got to be realistic. You want a flat stomach or a small waistline, do these exercises that I'm going to show you properly with form, and actually concentrate on your core and your form and heating that up and making sure you're standing up properly. That'll definitely help to slim that waistline down. But how did I lose all that weight? Diet. Diet. If you won't eat right, you won't lose it. That, all my videos previously from me losing all of my weight was not exercise, it was diet. And then I did have some help, and I'm being very transparent with this. I used to use Nina Detox. I think I used it for about a month or two. 30 days, I did the first 30 days, and then I did another 30 days after I gave myself about a couple of weeks of a break, and then I haven't since then. I mean, it's been going on 4 years now. It is 4 years. So, whoa, wait, no, it's not. Yes, it's 4 years. August 19th was 4 years. So it was diet. You have to change your diet. You have to change your eating habits. Yep. You got to change your eating habits. I can say this, my goal wasn't necessarily to lose weight. My goal was to change my lifestyle. So I'm more of a lifestyle coach, but I can tell you, when people say abs are made in the kitchen, when people say your health is more important when it comes to what you put in your body, pay attention to what you're putting in your body. If you know you're not eating right, then you need to make some changes, and that's habit forming with what you eat. So change your eating habits. That's how I lost all of the weight. And then after a couple of months of keeping up my diet, then I started adding exercises. Yes. My biggest word is consistency. And that's what my message is. It's diet. I don't care who you are or what type of trainer you are, they all are going to tell you it's diet. Whether they're following that consistency themselves or not. No, you don't have to stop doing your exercises until you lose more weight. I think what's happening, before I start showing you guys these exercises, let's talk about mindset really quickly. Because as a health coach, my concern is mindset. People's mindset is on losing weight because they want to look like something they see somebody else look like. Okay? Don't focus on losing weight. Focus on getting healthy. Focus on looking at things that you are doing that is causing you to be unhealthy. Vanity can only get you so far. I know you want to lose the weight. I know you're looking at that scale and you want it to be a certain number. I wanted it to be 150 pounds for the longest. It took me a long time. I kept going up and down, and even during my competition, I was still 5 pounds over the number I really wanted to do. Now here I am, barely about a month and a half later, 5 pounds underneath what I really wanted to do. Not because I stopped focusing on that number. I stopped focusing on, I wanted certain parts of my body to look like this. You can't control that. You have to pay attention to your habits. Diet is key, but I'm not talking about diet as key to just lose weight and change how you look. It's about how you feel about yourself. Hey, whoa, that's where you're from? Okay, yeah. I know we want to lose weight. I know we want to look a certain way. Okay, I hope y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? Look, I got back fat. See, like I'm fine with mine because I got a big back. Awesome, losing weight. So it's habits. What are you doing with your lifestyle that is causing you um, to not be okay with where you are right now? How do I feel about low carb diets? They work. It's usually keto, high fat, low carb diets, they work. Yes, the stressor. Here's the funny part. My stress in my life um, actually caused me to lose weight, which is actually the opposite when I was heavier. I became heavier, or 220 pounds, because of stress, emotional stress, just stress of, dealing with my marriage in a sense, dealing with the emotional ups and downs of dealing with someone with a mental illness, and then some of it just being just plain stupidity, just stress, even with myself and my own bad habits, especially with my diet, my eating habits. There will be times where I wouldn't eat at all, and when I do eat, it's junk food or it's fast food. So I had habits that I had to change. So that's why I gained so much weight. And a lot of times that brings on the health problems. I don't know. It depends on the person. Someone was asking how do you recommend how long to be on a low carb diet? It depends on the person. For me, it's different. I can't really tell you mine's because it's different. I'm not as heavy as I used to be, so it is different for me. I only use low carb diets for, close to training. That's what I did, and I found that worked for me, and that leaned me out even more. But what was I talking about? Diet, or was I talking about habits? Lifestyle coach, stress. So I caused myself to have a lot of weight gain because of stress. Now that I'm under stress, my body chemistry has changed because it's so used to the consistency of me eating a certain way and taking the time to reflect on what I'm dealing with and actually meditate and get my life together and think, okay, this is what I'm going through. I need to make a mental, or write it down, of how I plan to lower the stress in my body or in my life, period. Sometimes you can't get rid of all stresses. Sometimes you're just going to have to deal with it, but you do need to make a plan for it and still keep your diet, and if you can, your exercise together. Even if it's, like I've mentioned, just walking for 30 minutes to an hour. It doesn't have to be intense or anything like that, but it does help with your mental stability. It helps. So, for me, because I was doing a lot of walking and I stuck with my diet as best I could, and I found myself eating less carbohydrates at this time. So it just was really sticking to meats and vegetables. So that was kind of my way of reverse dieting, and I've just been doing that ever since. And I ended up losing more weight than I gathered I would. I thought I was going to stay at like 155 and 10 pounds in. Stress can do that to you, especially if you're already fit. Now, if you're not already fit, you're going to have to get a handle on the stressors. You're going to have to get a handle on that diet. You're going to have to get a handle on the habits that you have that are sabotaging you. Yes, okay. So you don't have to be that's another story. Let's talk about that later. So if you guys are interested in online coaching, with me, because I can only tell you guys so much. Everything that I'm telling you now is extremely general because I'm talking to a large group of people. So it's very general, but personal to you. I have to know what's going on in your life. I have to know what your habits are. I even have to get an understanding of your thinking in order to help you get to where you want to go. I do understand that our thoughts are thinking about, okay, this number, I want to lose this weight. This is how much weight I want to lose. How do I do that? And we understand that that's a goal. But my idea is to shift your thinking, not to think about losing weight, but to think about getting healthy. And that requires more than just weight training and diet. It requires mental stability, emotional balance, spiritual balance. It requires all of those things. And there are things there, the mindset, if that's not right, you're not going to do anything else correctly. You're just going to confuse yourself even more. Because trust me, it is very simple. Meats, vegetables, and good carbs. When I mean good carbs, sweet potatoes, I mean, you literally have to get rid of the junk food in your life, except for on your, what we call our survival kit, our PMS survival kit. It's okay to eat junk food every once in a while, but if that is your diet every day, all the time, because you're craving that stuff and you're not getting your mind together, then yeah, you're not going to lose the weight. You're just not. But the fact that you're thinking about weight is not going to help you. It's not. When I started to lose weight, my goal wasn't to get to a certain number. My goal was just to get healthy because I was fine. I felt fine at the weight that I was. I was okay with it. I was just uncomfortable. Couldn't find clothes that fit me well, and there was something else that needed to be taken care of, and it was my emotional well-being. And once I did that, that's when the weight came off. If your body doesn't do well on low carbs, then you've just answered your question. Heighten your carbs. Good carbs. Stop thinking that it's okay to eat, and this all depends on if your body type. I think it's rare that I'm coming across women who are ectomorphs. And when I say ectomorphs, that are hard weight gainers and hard weight gainers. Hard to gain body fat and hard to gain muscle mass. That's an ectomorph. But there are more mesomorph and endomorph women. Mesomorph meaning, you're just apple shaped, you're top heavy. All your weight just over the top, above the belt, like at the belt and above. And then for my endomorphs, it's usually below the belt, their hips, their butt, their thighs. It's just hard to lose that weight. But if you focus too much on that, I gotta find a good way to say this so that it makes sense. I'm honestly saying that focusing on losing weight is almost the wrong thing to focus on. Almost the wrong thing to focus on. Focus on health, because that number keeps changing on you. It goes up and down. There's hormones involved in your life. You need overall balance. Think about that first, because you're focusing on weight and then you're not even paying attention to the stresses in your life that's causing you to hold on to this weight. You're not fixing that first. If that doesn't get fixed, no matter how much your diet and your exercise is on point to your mindset, your stress is keeping the weight on. And the fact that you're even stressing about losing weight is a stressor. Don't think about that. Learn to be happy where you are and learn to make this a lifestyle and not a competition to lose weight. You're not going to die. So, trying to see who got questions. I'm trying to step back as far as I can. because I want to show you guys. Aww. And tears, I'm glad you're in tears because that means you're recognizing that, hey, I know I can do this. You can do this. You can. Something else. Some people need to focus on weight to see a change. And I totally understand that. Even for me, that was one of the things that after a while, after losing so much weight in such a short period of time, then my mind starts shifting to getting to a certain number. The problem with that is you get a sticking point or your body just doesn't want to change based on the number and the scale. Your body is changing, but you're looking at the scale, you're looking at the tape measure, it's not budging, but you're not realizing on the inside, mentally and hormonally, you are changing for the better. Let your body catch up to it. It's new to your body. We're not taught to eat a certain way. We're not taught to stay healthy. We're not taught to have lifestyle habits that lead to a fit body. You have to train yourself, not just your body. You have to train your mind, and then you have to allow your body to catch up. It's okay. So focusing on the number and the scale and the tape measure can be self-sabotaging, because once you don't see a change, you'll stop what you're doing. You think what you're doing is not working, and then you try to find some way to change it so you can get it to rev back up again, and then you've just pretty much sabotaged your results. You won't go anywhere because you haven't had the consistency long enough. Consistency long enough. It took you a long time to gain that weight. It's also going to take you a long time to lose it too. For some people, not all. But don't think you're just going to wake up in 3 or 4 weeks and you're just going to be small. It's unnecessary to think that way. It's vanity. It's the wrong way to think. Okay, cool. I got to look at this because I wrote my notes down on what exercises I wanted to focus on. And I think I'm going to focus on only 3 for right now, because these are good standing exercises. Actually, I'm going to focus on 4, because there will be 3 standing exercises and 1 that really kind of strengthens your core. They all strengthen your core, but standing exercises are awesome for losing weight. They're done in a HIIT style form, so as many reps as you can do within a certain period of time and then rest. I see people, so my knees is like, So I have this. So I know you guys are asking me questions. How long did it take for me to get to my current weight? I'm 145 pounds now. August 16th actually has been 4 years. I got down from 220 to 190 in 30 days. And then I got to 150 within another year after that. And then I gained weight. I got to 172 pounds. And that was where my sticking point was. I have videos recording all of it, trying to get down to 150 again. But it was because I was doing a lot of high intensity interval training that got me down to 150. And then I went into weight training and not doing as much cardio. And that's why I gained 172. So it made me build more lean muscle. That's what I paid attention to. I ended up building more lean muscle. So right now, getting down from 155 to 145 has been a month and a half, so pretty much 6 weeks, because I've been doing what I'm doing with my clients. My focus has been on my clients, and because my focus has been on my clients, I have been doing things similar to what programs I've been putting them on, and that's why the weight is working up for me. So Now I need to build more muscle. So let's first talk about my first favorite exercise, which is squats. So, squats. There's this wide, which I would never suggest you do squats with your legs this wide. And you see my feet. Oh, I need to step back, can you hear? So you have this wide, that's too wide. Right underneath your shoulders. Feet underneath your shoulders. I don't care if you have more hips than me, you're a show off. You have more hips than me. So bending your knees, so you need to pull your hips back and then bend your knees, keeping your chest up. So sideways, feet, turning your toes slightly out, press into your heels, hip back, come down. Now, this is wrong and too low. That's bad on knees. For me, there are people who are powerlifters that go that low and they have to for that reason, but I don't. So, hips back, down, and up. So, shoulder width apart, toes turn out, hips back, bring it down. Notice my chest is still up and my elbows can almost touch my knees, but I'm keeping them up. Okay? Squeeze quads when you come up. Squeeze bum when you come up. Here, as you press into your heels, start to squeeze or force pressure into your legs. That is what I mean by proper form and muscle connection, mind-muscle connection. You want to build muscle, you want to lose fat in those areas, you have to focus on what you're doing and making sure you can feel it instead of just going through the motions and just doing the movement. So don't just do the movement, focus the muscles you're working on. It works quads and it works glutes. Again, out, shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out, hips come back, bend at the knees, keep the chest up. When you come up, slowly press, put pressure, feel the pressure into the floor when you stand up. And then when you come up, squeeze glutes. Now, for those of you who need a chair to do this, easiest way, sit down. When you sit down, press into your heels, stand up. Sit, stand up. Sit, stand up. At the gym, most common squat that a lot of women do, including myself, is a back squat, meaning you're using what we call a dumbbell, not a dumbbell, a barbell. You got weights on either side and you have it on your back and you do your squats. So that's one way. However, I think the best is doing your front squat because it will check for any imbalances that you have in your knees, your hips, and your strength in your legs. So doing it with dumbbells is better. So if I'm sitting, my arms should be in this position. Can you see me? Can you see me? Arms up. Sideways, arms up. Forearm, upper arm, and level with the shoulder. And you press up. Simultaneously. So, arms here, not here. Here. Press up. Press up. So, imagine doing that with your squats. I'll do it with the chair first. Here. So if you feel comfortable, for those of you who are just getting into this, sitting first. When you stand up, press up. When you come down, bring it in position. up and over the head, palm up and over the head. I feel this right now because I'm putting strength into my stand. Pressing, pressing. Front squats are better because in reality, how many of us really sit down and have something on our backs? When we sit down, we usually have something in front of us. For example, a phone. Talking about mobility. Hands here. Whatever you got in your hands, folders, books, doesn't matter. When you stand up, it's in front of you. It's not back here. So, back squats are good, and they do, and you notice if I create pressure, really focus and think about what I'm doing with the muscles that I'm using, that's how you'll see my muscle starts to come out because I understand mind and muscle connection. So, when you bring those arms up, really act like you're pressing something really high up above your head. Even if the weight is not heavy enough for you, you can create it by thinking about power and squeezing your muscles. So you squeeze them and it makes them grow. Then you have protein after your workout. You can have protein before your workout if you want to, but it's great to have it after because that's what's building your muscles. So they say carbs and protein is a good idea to have after because carbs shuttle that protein to your muscles and where it needs to go so you can rebuild it. Hope that makes sense. So that first exercise is called a front squat press. So front squat press. Come down, press. Okay? Right over the head. Good exercise to do. Your whole body will feel it because of your legs and because of the stability that you have to have for your abs when you come down. You don't just want to start here. You do want to kind of push your body back and then lift up. See, that's it. So, butt can tap the floor. So, I give you guys a couple of seconds to give me questions because I'm going on to the next one. And then we'll be done because the other ones are pretty easy to explain. The other one is called a static lunge curl. So this one works lower body as well, and it works biceps, which for women, we are pretty strong with our biceps. It's just hard to build them for most of us because not that we're lazy, it's just we use our biceps a lot differently than men do. So. All right, so lunges. Here is my other dumbbell. Okay, lunges. So let's understand lunges. Moving the chair out of the way. Positioning of your feet. One forward, use it, and one back. You need to make sure your body is still standing up. Okay? This is the correct way. I see people doing this. I see people doing this. You should be able to stand with that leg as far wide as you can. I have learned lately that doing forward squats bothers my knees. So I prefer to do what we call reverse lunges. So forward bothers my knees and it puts me in bad posture. That's just for me. If you find that that happens for you and you feel that way, maybe you want to switch to reverse lunges. So reverse lunges is back because my upper body is still up. And it takes practice to figure out how far back to bring which leg. It takes practice, but you do have to keep this body up when you do it. To keep your body up, bring your hands in front of your chest. Stand. Notice I'm still up. And I'm working my legs. You cannot play with this move. I feel it here. I feel it here, here, Ooh, and definitely up here, because I have to keep my body up. Do not arch your back. Do not do this. Okay? Bad on the lower back. Keep your body and posture up. Reverse lunges. Understanding your foot placement takes time. So do static. You got wide, hips should be turned, should be nice and forward. You want to bend this knee. This is the leg that's working. This leg is working this glute. This leg is working this glute. Pressing up. Standing up. Do not lock your knees. Don't lock them. Keeping pressure in the legs. Here. Okay? Same thing with the other side. Find your footing. It's best that this leg is as far back as you can get it. And you want to be able to bend and keep this leg straight and this leg parallel to the floor. Static lunges. Hands in front. It keeps your balance. It helps you keep your chest up. Okay? Bending, knee. Works all lower legs. And honestly, guys, I'm sweating right now. Somebody just put a question up. I missed it. But bicep curls. Those exercises I recommend for bad knees. I just mentioned that the forward lunge, I don't like it because it bothers my knees, so I prefer reverse lunge. I did with the squats. If you have bad knees, it's good to use a chair for your squats. So that way it'll work out better. Now, if you go to the gym, they have exercise equipment that you can use that doesn't allow you to, that allow you to not have to use your legs or full legs, but for your knees, there's leg extensions. Those work really good. And then there is the hamstring curl coming back. So those two work. So let's talk about bicep curls. There's many bicep curls. This move can be done with bicep curls simultaneously. Stepping back, up, down, and up. Now there's different positionings for your bicep curl. There's with the elbows close to the body at the side. You turn your palms up and you lift. This too high is not a bad idea. However, at this time, you've taken the tension off of the bicep muscle. So, up and down. Bringing the palms up and bringing it here or here if you need a rest, if you have a heavier weight. But you really should stop here and drop. The other one that's really good for women is called a spider curl. It's like turning them out and up. Out and up. So whichever one you choose is up to you. You also can choose how you want to hold them as well. Palms up with the forward, close to the body, or palms up, out. For women, I prefer this one because I honestly can feel my bicep squeezing. For the other one, palms this way, called hammer curls. Hands can be up this way. Palms facing inside and doing it this way or this way. So you have a variety of which one you want to do with lunges, static lunges. Here or here. here. Oh, okay. I see it. And it's done, guys. Blocked it. There we go. Sorry, guys. This world has crazy people in it. So, to recap, first was front squat and press. Yes, burpees and mountain climbers do target ab exercises, and that's really good for those of you who have the stamina. And after I show you the last two exercises, I'm going to show you some ways that you can do it modified, because I'm pretty sure I'm so pretty sure that you guys want to do it. I have to have the block. I noticed that. I'm sorry, y'all. Just people. So the first exercise was a front squat and press. The second was a static lunge and curl. So those are the two. Don't worry, I will have this on my website this weekend so that you guys can follow it, and I'll give you the schedule of what, the timing and the ratio and everything. So this is actually the next program. These happen to be the exercises that I did the most when I was getting into high intensity interval training, just to shed a little bit more weight. So the last two is a sumo squat and upright row. And then there's a glute bridge and like a tricep kickback, or just a tricep kick. So first, understanding the sumo squat. Remember, I mentioned that you should never do squats with your legs this wide, because it doesn't do much of anything but aggravate your back. So if you do these, and I gotta come a little further back, your feet need to be pointed out, and then that's how wide. That way you know you're into the heels of your foot when you bend your knees out and sit your hips back. Body wide, bend your knees out, sit your hips back. Notice it's gonna work the glute. When you press up, press, and then squeeze like you got a lemon in there. Back and up. Out, wide, keep body up, sit back, press, squeeze, press, squeeze. That's how you do that. Now, upright row is actually bringing the dumbbells here, bringing them up and squeezing our backs back. So, let's see if y'all can see me. Yes, you can. Here in front, pull with the wrists, bring them up, squeeze back. When I mean squeeze back, up, squeeze back. Where you will feel it, this is all upper body. You're gonna feel it in your biceps, your forearms and wrists, your shoulders, back or rear delts, and right in the middle of your top delt, your back. So it's pull, squeeze back. Pull, squeeze, upper back. Don't try to overarch. When I mean don't try to overarch, don't do this. Okay? Do this, squeeze back from the elbows, not your back. So not this, but this. Up and back. Make sense? So when you put it together, wide. So keeping the body up, squeeze back. Squeeze back, squeeze back. Same thing. Make sense? upper arm fat. Are you talking about this fat here? Well, mine's the skin now, but if that's what you're talking about, this exercise will do it because you will feel it. And the next one I'm going to show you is going to get upper arm fat too. So last try. Make sure feet are wide. Down. Keep chest up. Squeeze back. Remember, never lock your knees when you stand up. When you come up, just squeeze your legs. Sit back and up. Got it? So, the sumo squat and upright rows. Hello. It's already been an hour talking to you guys. So let's hurry up, get this last one in. I think it's a really good one for core and triceps or the back of the arm where, you know, skinny or not skinny, heavy weights work for everybody. Just depends on what's considered heavy to you. What's considered heavy to me, 40 dumb pound, 50 dumb pound weights. That's for me, dumbbell weights. That's what's heavy to me. So for core, so remember what I said about losing weight here. It's diet, and it's consistent diet for a longer period of time. You cannot expect for it to happen for you in days or in weeks. Some people it do, but you have to keep it up. So with this exercise, with the last ones we just did, it's not going to be based on reps, it's going to be based on timing. So I'm teaching you guys more so the form, and then you decide whether you're going to do 40 seconds of it, 20 seconds rest, or if you're going to do 60 seconds of it, 30-second rest. Is totally up to you, but I'm going to have that planned out from beginner to advanced. That way you guys can decide which one works or if you want to follow it that way. But just 4 exercises is enough to do. What about back fat? Everything is diet. Fat comes off with diet, period. Here, wherever your body holds fat, it's diet. I know people are like, she just said that. I know, I understand. I do not mind repeating myself because I understand consistency and that reminders come with consistency. So I'm consistent with what I'm saying. Is the anabolic window thing real? For me, yes. For others, not always. For me, yes. Oh, I'm gonna have to bring it low. That anabolic window is the most crucial for an ectomorph. When I say ectomorph, if you guys are familiar with my brother, he's an ectomorph, which means, you know, he has a lot of muscle, he has a lot of lean muscle, but it's really hard for him to gain that and keep it. So he can't do a lot of cardio, and he definitely has to make sure he eats a lot of protein and carbohydrates. He has to eat a lot in order to build his muscle. So he's much leaner than when he started his show. So it just happens that way. Once your body is so used to being trained like an athlete, it starts to operate like an athlete. So to get it there, you have to train your body like a healthy body first. And then your body will start to get used to it because you're consistent with it. But for back fat, or for me, that usually takes the longest for me to lose. You know, it's back. It comes back. You know, it was gone the day of my show, but it comes back because that's just genetically where my body holds fat. In my back and here. That's just genetics. For me, everybody is different. So I know how to get it down with diet. That's how I know how to do it. And when it's for a competition, when I need it to really completely go away, I have to manipulate my water and sodium intake. So that's how I'm able, because in most cases, a lot of this is water and not necessarily fat. And then in some cases, if it's like this, sometimes it's just loose skin. I mean, we have loose skin. It's okay. Yes, so plank. Glad you asked that. Planks. This is modified version. The other is with the toes in, hips up, and body just like this. You should be holding more so, pressing through the bottom palms of your hands and making sure that your wrist is directly underneath your shoulder. It's called stacking your bones for aerialists or contortionists or handstand people, stacking your bones. So this has to be in place. So here is a good practice with your arms. You have to be able to hold this. And then when you bring your toes in, just slightly lift your knees and hold this. And then eventually extend out and then lower, keeping your back straight. It has to press through the arms, okay? So, modify to your knees. If you need a mat under your knees, use it. If you need knee pads, use them. I'm on carpet, so it makes it a lot easier for me, but my knees hurt when I'm on anything else. But this is the starting point, making sure your back and your head is not like this or like this. It should be eyes directly to the floor. Toes curl in, slowly lift the hips up. Press through the arms. And then one at a time and here. Planks do not work your core. Not only for a person who, is it necessary for the arms in? It's only for people who are trying to get used to that because they assume that planks work your core. It does, because your idea is to find that you're getting some stability. If you squeeze your abs in, you'll feel it. But honestly, the large percentage of the muscles that are being used is your shoulders, your upper body, your chest, and your shoulders. That is why planks are extremely similar to push-ups. So when you do push-ups, are you working your core or are you working your arms or your chest? So planks this way, this works core. It also works the entire body. Uh-oh, I missed that. It also works the entire body. So it's still working the upper body, but at that point now, because you're so much more lower to the ground, we're talking about gravity. It's pulling you down. So that means you have to pull in your core tighter in order to keep your body stable. So you're fighting against gravity, pulling you down by lifting up. So this is a plank. It does not work your core. It works your upper body. This works your core. When this works your obliques. But holding it. Yes, planks are a real exercise, but it's the correct planks that you do that will cause you to think about your abs and tighten it in. You need your core to be strong. Trying to get a six-pack, get over it. Let's be realistic. That's competition body. I know you see some people who like they got abs year round, but if you knew how strict their diet was, you'll rethink that goal. And you'll be honest with yourself. And I'm gonna be honest with myself. I like my abs where they are. Yeah, I like my abs where they are. So, this is the modified version because now this works here and here. Okay, good. Glad I'm explaining it right. So this is this part that most of us women get annoyed by. See how I'm shaking it? I gotta let you guys know I have it too. It shakes this too, even though you kind of see my muscles are still there. But modified is making sure your knees are underneath your hips, okay? This is too much. Underneath the hips, arms are right in place. So, correct way. Turn, and you lift and extend back. So, two things are happening. It's working your back first, because when you pull your elbow back, you're going to squeeze this part of your back. This is how you get rid of that, or strengthen it to get rid of the fat there. And then when you're here, when you extend at this joint, your elbow joint, now you're working your tricep, the back of your arm, the part we don't like waving. So, down, pull back, extend back. Another way you can do it with a lower weight is when you pull back, turn your palm towards the ceiling. That is for a little bit more challenging way, and it kind of works that horseshoe shape in the back of your arm. So modified on your knees, arms are stacked, bring back, extend here, or bring back, extend here by reaching the palms up towards the ceiling and back down. Same thing with the other side. So paralleling, bring back, extend. Okay, elbows come all the way up and then extend. That's how that works. Now, if you need challenging, now this is where core is going to be in part of it, because now you have to stabilize your body and move your arms. So, if you notice, my feet are together. This case, bring them apart. So, 4-point. This is here, and this is here. So this foot is right where the wrist is, and this foot is right where the wrist is. So you look like you're in the X. Have your dumbbell, pull, extend, bring down. Place in right place, pull, extend, down. It's kind of hard to do this without wanting to lift your butt up. You got to keep your body here. So now that's when core is involved. Strengthening your core. Make sense? This down here, that is a part of your waistline. Diet. Diet, consistency, and patience. Diet, consistency, and patience. You cannot control where your body loses fat. You can't spot reduce. Deadlifts are awesome. However, that's for another video, because that's more so to build than it is for what I would consider good things to do for high intensity interval training. So again, you cannot spot reduce. Your body genetically holds fat in certain areas. The reason why that fat is there is because that muscle needs to be worked. You need to strengthen that area. Yes, that includes your abs too. However, crunches is not going to do anything but push the fat a little bit further, and you get upset. So you're wondering why you gained an inch or an inch and a half. It's because your muscles underneath that fat is pushing it right on out. So try to avoid doing crunches and all of these ab exercises if you are not going to just be okay with your diet. Be okay. You got to be okay with that diet. So unfortunate that you cannot spot reduce. I did not do any spot reduction. I just stuck with my diet, and I did training. I worked out for the purpose of gaining strength. It just simultaneously gave me the body shape that I want. Now, isolation moves will build faster. I eat them. That's how I deal with my cravings on the diet. Yes, so you can't spot reduce. Sorry, I can't. If I can't spot reduce, nobody can spot reduce. You just can't. You can't control where your body gains fat and when and where and how it wants to lose it. You can't control it. The only way you can control it, the only way you can control it is through your diet. And let your diet and let your body slim itself down. Your body will lose the fat wherever it feels it wants to. It just does. For me, it's evenly throughout my body. So sometimes my waistline, because I'm a mesomorph, we tend to have smaller waists. Like, I know my waistline can get to like a 22-inch waistline. Do I want to get that small? No, not necessarily. I know I can build abs. I know I can do those things. But again, my goal or my idea is not about looking like that. I just want to be healthy, and I want to look like this. I like the way I look. So this is what I want. This is my goal. Unfortunately, it's 5 pounds lower than I really wanted. I wanted to be 150 and keep it there, but oh well, nothing I can do about it, you know, other than just stay on what I'm doing. I would like to build more muscles in my glutes and my legs, but you just can't spot reduce, and I didn't. But this is diet for me. Everything else was compound movements, which is what we just did, what I just showed you, and isolation movements. And when I mean isolation movements, it's just instead of adding any lower body exercises, you're doing bicep curls, and you're doing a lot of reps and as heavy as you can take it. So that helps tear the muscle down, so the protein and rest can build that muscle back up. So those are ways that you can build muscle. So thank you. So it's like 77 minutes on here. Oh my God, you guys had me on this for a long time. So let's recap. And I'll have these done for you. Got to make sure I'm on good schedule timing, because I got some things I got to make sure everybody's okay. Okay, so at the beginning, this is my room. This used to be Lonnie's room. It's now my gym. I have my pole in that closet with the awesome mirror. That's why I loved this room for her, because she got to be all cute in the mirror. But yes, all of my gym equipment is there. So let me see. Sorry, I roll on the floor a lot because I'm still a big kid, but you can see that all of my gym equipment is in there. I have mats and everything is there. So again, this used to be Leilani, my stepdaughter's room, and now this is my workout room. We were talking about consistency and diet and how I lost the weight, and honestly, I started off with NATROGIX. That is the supplement that I use. Once this video loads up to YouTube, I am going to make sure that the link is down below so you can do some research on it if you want to. I haven't been really like pushing that product at all because it's not mine, and not to mention, before I started taking it, it really was my diet. I really when I went ahead and purchased it after I saw another YouTuber using it. Before I purchased it, I started off with my diet first. And I'm glad that she said something about diet first before, this NATROGIX pill. She was like, you gotta eat a certain way, you gotta eat right. And it doesn't make no sense to take pills or any kind of supplement if you're not going to continue the habit of being healthy. So I started off with my diet first, and in the first 2 weeks, I shedded a lot of weight before I took NATROGIX. And then NATROGIX for me just pushed it on. And then when I stopped, I continued with eating the right way. And then I started high intensity interval training, like the moves that you saw today. Before I did those in a high intensity interval training style. And I did that for 30 days, and then somehow I ended up at the gym. And I'm an extremely confident person. I mean, freaking pole dance. You know, I teach this, you know, for a living, and I'm pretty confident as long as I'm not like underdressed. I don't dress like this at the gym. I can't wear like shorts and a tank top. I mean, I wear my tank top, but my body has to be covered when I go to the gym, because I don't look at me, I'm working out. That's kind of how I feel. But yeah, I don't want to give anybody, other men or other people, a reason to be looking at me and be in their minds. But I ended up at the gym, and I'm totally comfortable with it. My father was a gym nut, so so that's exactly what I ended up doing, and it's just been going on from there. Oh, my hair, yeah. I thought somebody said something about my hair. So yes, exercises you showed in here. Keep in mind, it's diet. You cannot spot reduce. And I will be making sure you guys get the vlogs Friday, Monday, and Friday. Yes, ditto, full coverage, and don't bother me at the gym. Yes, that's kind of how my confidence feels when I'm at the gym, especially when I'm in the area, and us women look at it as the dumbbell area where there's like dumbbells up to like 115 pounds. I'm fine being in that area. You know, it's funny how they gravitate in that area, but they're working out. They're not. Don't always assume everybody is looking at you or wanting to bother you. But if you think that way, you'll be more comfortable, and you'll be like, okay, I'm trying to get my workout in, trying to change my body. I'm trying to build more strength so that I can do my everyday life and have energy, because it does release endorphins. It does make you happy when you can do these things. So yeah, whether you do it at the gym or at home, these exercises that I show you can do at the gym if you want to, but I'm showing them at my home gym because I got a feeling that I'm just going to be doing a lot of these at home for you guys. That's another video for the pole dancing. I've been doing it for 10 years, probably a little bit longer than that now. Self-taught and trained, done several competitions, have won 2 of them, 2, 3, somewhere in there. I've just done my first bodybuilding competition with WBFF in June, so I won that one. I missed London. I hadn't really planned on going to London anyway. A lot of things have been happening in my marriage, so that is being unfortunately dissolved, but I'll be okay. I'm more so focused on my clients and making sure I'm okay and that I'm healing very well. So that's very, very important to me, is to stay stable and continue and help other people. Yes, thank you. I don't even know what else to say. I get bashful. I get bashful. But yes, that's what's going on. Those of you who are new to my channel, yeah, I'm sharing my vlogs Monday and Friday. It is a change in my life to deal with this and going back to being single, but I got to give myself some time to heal and make sure I'm whole again, in a sense. I mean, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. So, but at least whole enough to handle another relationship if I decide that I want to. So right now, I'm not deciding that right now. I can't do that. I'm still legally binded to someone, so keep that in mind. Not right now. But yeah, so mommy, okay. Have I considered doing what training? Help me with that, and then I'm gonna head out of here. I got some stuff I gotta do. Oh, you're welcome, Beauty. Somebody with my name. Beauty Love, that's so cute. I forgot if I considered what training. Other training that I have considered was powerlifting, but I don't know. Yo, with the PTSD, yeah, that it's a little bit more trickier than that. It's more bipolarism too. So thank you. Yeah, thank you. And oh, powerlifting was one thing I wanted to do, but now I changed my mind. I like lifting heavy, but I don't know if I want to compete in that sense. Maybe one day, but I don't know. I don't know if I would ever do powerlifting ever. Yes. And I'm about to close this out, but I want to say something sentimental. I have an extreme understanding and passion and sympathy for people with mental illness. I don't know where it comes from, but I saw that. I don't know where it comes from, but I thank God that gift has been given to me, because it makes me think that I should pray for people that go through this, because the only person that can fix those issues is God. He's the only one that can fix them. So at this point in time, when you are dealing with any kind of mental illness or emotional stress or anything like that, please get help. So yes, please turn on your notifications for my videos. Keep in mind, it's every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I usually try to stay within 30 minutes to an hour, but it looks like it's kind of went overboard, because I really wanted to show you guys these exercises, because I know a lot of you do your workouts at home and you're not quite there with the gym yet. For those of you who are quite there at the gym, you can do these exact same exercises, but I'm more focusing on the fat burning part of it, not the muscle building. So fat burning is kind of what I'm looking at. So I'm kind of going back to the beginning, the beginning steps of my weight loss journey, and bringing it back to the forefront for you guys on things that I did. So you're going to have to stop thinking that, what am I going to say? You want to stop thinking that you can't do it, that you have bad knees, bad back, too much weight. You're going to have to stop thinking about that, because so did I. And I didn't let any of those things make it hard for me. And if for any reason I was in any kind of pain, I modified. Yeah, I modified. So modify. I'm going to try doing more videos like this every other Wednesday or something like that. And some of them will be videos that are just straight to the point and demonstrating and voiceovers and things like that, showing you modifications, and also showing you things that are a little bit more challenging for those of you who have been doing this for a long time, because I don't want to discredit those people who have been doing this for a long time by themselves. So that's very important to me, that everybody gets the same information regardless. So yes, do not talk about, I'm telling you now, don't tell me you got bad knees, bad elbows, bad back, bad all this stuff. You know, there's people who don't have knees, that don't have elbows, and they're freaking bodybuilders. So what's their excuse? They don't have an excuse other than the fact that they have a prosthetic leg or something that's helping them along. But excuses are excuses. It does not matter what they are. Even if they're valid, they're still an excuse. Do it. If you want it, do it. If you want it, do it. If you want it, do it. That's all you need to do. So, and if that is too painful for you to handle, move on to something else. It's okay. Yes, I'll recap on my weight loss journey. Let's make that the video for next Wednesday. Let's do that. I'll make that the focus for the video next Wednesday, 10 a.m. So notifications, wait, how do you do it? So if you're looking at me, is it on this side? Is it a little bell or something? Hey! So yeah, it's a little bell, notifications, all that. Videos Monday and Friday, I'm going to do my best. They're going to be vlog style videos, so you guys can kind of get an idea of how I'm keeping up with my healthy journey, healthy lifestyle, you know, amidst of changes in my life. And I will be seeing you guys next Wednesday, the live part, but you should see a video this Friday. I have to tend to my mommy though. She's texting me. I'm surprised she's probably not watching me. She probably is watching me and just doesn't know how to comment on the videos. Bye guys, I love you. Next Wednesday's video we'll talk about the weight loss journey, if that's what you guys are want. So thumbs up for that, to this video if you want that. And please guys, have a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I know it's coming up. This is hump day, so enjoy your day. I want everybody to enjoy their day too. I hope you've taken away some really good tips, and I am taking in encouragements from you guys too. So encourage me from one to another. Yes, I take criticism and encouragement very well. So I actually like them because it helps me become a better person for other people. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for everything. Bye, Camille. Enjoy. Bye. Peace, or what they say, peace and love.